photographer Ed Rubin, and I live in Los Angeles. The narrative portraits that I create in the My Mannequin Moment series depict that transcendent moment when we know, we really know that we are not meant to be where we are or be doing what we are doing, or that whatever it is we are involved with or think is neither for our highest good nor in our best interests, that it does not reflect our authentic selves. I met Richard Bell at Gloria Delson Contemporary Arts in Los Angeles. We both show our work there. I was absolutely astonished that this man, Richard, despite being paralyzed in a wheelchair after the most horrific car accident, left him only partially able to move his head and his arms. He became an excellent painter. How did that happen? And what did it take? Mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So I approached Richard and asked him if he might want to be a subject for Mannequin Moment, and he said yes. So,
yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed is what you said. You were pretty enthusiastic about it.
Yes.
Especially when you found out what the project was about, which is about showing moments of personal transformation, realization of, and self-actualization.
Right.
Right? So, Richard, tell us about yourself. Where are you from?
Well, I was born and raised pretty much in California. My parents traveled a lot when I was young, so we bounced around to different states for a little bit. But basically, you know, my life has been mostly in California.
Mostly in California.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not only were you a techie, but you were a mechanic for Ferrari, right?
Yes, I always had a passion for cars.
Right.
Hardcore Formula One fan, yada yada.
And didn't they want you to drive for them?
No, I wanted to drive. I was doing karting when I was a kid. But
karting,
yeah. But my dad, once I started getting attention, he was like, nope.
Nope.
Yeah,
Was it too dangerous?
He pulled that dream right from under me.
Oh.
No, it wasn't too dangerous. I think he was thinking it was too expensive and time consuming.
Right. Where did your interest in computers come from? What kind of work did you do with them?
Well, my parents bought a computer when I was really young. It was a Texas TI, and my mom used to pretty much force me to program. And one of my programs won the science fair in 8th grade. But after that, I didn't do computers at all in school. But I don't know, I guess somehow I was just good at them.
Well, then you became an IT technician.
Yes.
What would you call it? IT technician?
I was an I'd say IT professional.
Professional. So you would go into like big corporations and
Yeah, I worked for a lot of big corporations. I worked for the government first, and then in the private sector, I worked for big companies like Southern California Edison, Union Bank of California.
So you were mostly in office settings, right?
Pretty much.
Right.
Yeah, I would say office settings, but I wasn't an office guy. I was
Right.
always going from place to place.
Tell me how you started painting. How did that come about?
I had to take an elective, so I took an art class, and I figured out that I was pretty good at drawing. Ended up showing my uncle some of my drawings, and he said, "Oh, you can paint." We would just paint together. And I really didn't feel like he was teaching me. I was just having fun. But later on in life, I learned that he had taught me so much stuff. I knew so much about art.
So you were just kind of becoming an artist without really
Yeah, it wasn't
directing
like a structured thing or
Right.
a purposeful thing. I was having fun with my uncle.
So Richard, what happened to you? Tell us about the car crash. Can you describe it?
Yeah, it was drizzling and I was going from one freeway to the next and lost control, lost traction, and I couldn't recover it. and I spun, flipped over onto a transition road, hit an 18-wheeler, and then landed upright.
But you told me that you felt like during the crash that you died 2 or 3 times. Were you conscious of something else happening to you at that point?
Yes, I was even still conscious at that point.
But you told me that you felt like during this crash that you died like 2 or 3 times.
Well, no, I died either on the way or at the hospital.
Oh, on the way.
I don't remember dying.
You don't.
I mean, that just happens, right? You die, you don't, you know.
But you were conscious of something else happening to you.
I was conscious during the whole accident. I remember hitting my head. I remember all of that. But, and I remember telling the paramedics how to pull the top down so that they could easily slide the backboard in and strap me on. And then they threw me in the back of the rig. And
you also told me when we talked about this that some kind of being or angel or entity of some sort not necessarily saved you, but said, would you say guided you? Can you talk about that?
that was after, I think that was the death experience I had.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
I mean, it's hard to talk about because it's like outside of the bounds of our, physical existence. You know what I mean? It's like, if I say a being spoke to me, it's not like we're talking. It's more like kind of telepathic, maybe.
Did this being say anything specific to you?
Yeah, the specific thing that I remember was you have to paint.
You have to paint. Wow. Talk about the painting that is next to you. You painted it for the photograph, right? For this mannequin moment, specifically for it.
Yeah. I just illustrated that by trying to paint in an angel carrying my lifeless body somewhere.
So the angel is kind of a representation.
Yeah, it's just a
but it's not really what.
No.
You told me that you didn't really want to come back, right?
I was comfortable. I mean, like, the other side is kind of comfortable. It was nice.
So,
I mean, that's all I can explain it. It was nice. So it was like difficult coming back, and coming back, you knew you were going to come back into a lot of pain and all that. So
mannequins are abstracted idealizations of human beings. No one looks nor has the physical proportions of mannequins. They are unattainable false dreams personified, literally. I use mannequins as surrogates for my subjects at their decisive moment when they no longer fit in, when the veil is lifted, when they no longer accept being the mannequin in their own life. We have all accepted ideas or played roles or have been in situations and relationships that were not really what we wanted or were not what we thought we really wanted. At what point do we stop listening to the voices planted in our head and start listening to that one true voice within us, our sacred self? That's the mannequin moment. Jing, let's play with the lights. Yes. this accident was Richard Bell's Mannequin moment. Instead of dying, he was told to live and to become the artist, the person he was always meant to be. My purpose in creating these individual stories of transformative self-realization is to reveal the universal through the personal. It's taking people's personal stories and showing that not only does someone go through something that radically changes or challenges them, but other people can relate to or see aspects of themselves in what someone else is going through and know that they are not alone, that they can do it too. They can become their authentic self, and that is a healing. And that's what our world needs now more than ever.